Edexcel Summer 2014 C1 paper, the last 4 questions. Okay, enjoy. Now then, question 8. It says, show that the shop sold, it says, sorry, I ought to read the whole question, oughtn't I? In the year 2000, the shop sold 150 computers. Each year, the shop sold 10 more computers than the year before, so the shop sold 160 computers, etc., etc. Right, show that the shop sold 220 in 2007. To be honest, do I really need to? Well, in theory, what you could do is say that we're using this. Hold on, I'm just trying to find a space to put it. A plus n minus 1d equals 220. I mean, that's ultimately what you're doing. Where A is 150, n we don't know, but d is 10. Alright, and you should find out that n equals 8. Alright, so I'll give you the answer there, but you've got to show the workings. For part B, it says calculate total number of computers the shop sold from 2000 to 2013. So for part B, alright, I'll do over here. So that was part A over there. Part B I'm going to do over here, because otherwise I'm going to run out of room. We're going to be using the summing formula. So there you go, you can find that in the formula book, but actually, am I going to have room there? Probably not, so I'm going to have to do it down here, aren't I? Alright, so we've got S14 equals 14 over 2, n's 14, isn't it? Because 2000 to 2013 is 14 years if it's inclusive. Alright, 2 times A, which is 150, plus n minus 1, 14 minus 1 times 10. Alright, you should be able to work all that out. Do it a stage at a time, and you should be fine. Now for part C, the cost, alright, is n, so I don't know why I put an equals there. I should rub that out really. I'm going to rub that out, don't like that. There we go. Cost is n equals 900 plus n minus 1 times 20. So there you go, that's going back to this formula here. Alright, so without the equals 220 obviously at the end. Okay, and for the sales, okay, we've got n equals 150 plus n minus 1, right, and times 10. And all you've got to do is say that cost equals 3 times sales. Right, you form an equation, solve it. I'll give you the answer, alright, but you've got to show all the working. So n equals 10, alright, and you could say 2009. Alright, so there you go. Question 9. So it says find the equation for the line L2. So it says line L1 shown in figure 2 has an equation of 2x plus 3y equals 26. Line L2 passes through the origin, is perpendicular. Right, so first thing I'm going to do here, and I'm going to do it up here, so I'm going to rearrange that so we get 3y equals 26 minus 2x, so y equals 26 over 3 minus 2/3 x. Right, now the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to need the gradient, isn't it? So because the gradient of the perpendicular, alright, is going to be 3 over 2 plus 3 over 2. So for this one, should be nice and easy. We've got y equals 3 over 2x. Alright, it says line L2 intersects line L1 at point C. Line L1 crosses the y-axis at point B shown. Figure 2, find the area of OBC. So first thing I would do would be to make each one of these equal. That's really, my writing up here is terrible, but I'm going to make that equal to that. Alright, so for part B, first thing I do is say, well, 26 over 3 minus 2x over 3 equals 3 over 2, and that will find that will find the, so this is part B, sorry. This will find the intersection, and that will give me the point, that will give me the height of the triangle. Alright, now if I then also find, well, B's pretty easy to find, this point here, well, when x equals 0, y equals 26, so B equals 26 over 3. Alright, so that whole length here, so the base is 26 over 3, the height will be the x coordinate of C, and you do a half base times height. Right, question 10, here we go. So it's given us a point, which is here, 425, and it's given us f dashed of x. Alright, so f dashed of x, and it says x is greater than 0 because we've got a root x in there. Alright, so here we go. So for part A, I'm going to integrate that, so f of x is going to be, where are we? We're going to get 3/8 x, x to the power 3 over 3, so actually it's times 3 there, isn't it? Minus, what are we? We've got 10 x to the power a half over a half plus c, and you can do the simplifying there. Should be fairly easy. And then you substitute in x equals 4 and y equals 25, and c should come out. I'll give you a clue. C equals 53, but you can do all the working. Now for part B, it says find an equation of the normal to the curve at the point 425. So you need to find the gradient at 425. At 425 by substituting in 4 for x into f dashed of x. Alright, which should give you 2, I believe. I did that earlier. Right, you then know the gradient of normal has got to be minus a half, and then you're going to put it into y minus y1 equals m. X minus x1 seems comes up all the time, doesn't it? Alright, and you should end up with a fairly straightforward equation. Remember, you need to give it, alright, as integers. This is the key bit, so no fractions in your answer. You should end up with all whole numbers, please. Okay, finally, question 11. Here we go. The discriminant you need to do b squared minus 4ac, don't you? Where b is 8, a is 2, and c is 3. I'm not going to do that for you. You can do that yourself. So b, here we go. I don't know why I wrote a there. I'm going to rub that out. So part B. Now, it says express that in the form. Now, the key to this is to take out a factor of 2 initially, because it's not very nice trying to do this. So you get 2x squared plus 4x, right, plus 3, like that. So I've taken out a factor of 2 from the first bit with the x squared and the x. Alright, now I'm going to say this, so it's 2, and then I'm going to use the square brackets, x plus 2 all squared, take away the square of the number in the brackets, alright, because that's, and then you should simplify. When this negative 4 comes out of this big square brackets, right, don't forget to double it because you've got the 2 on the outside there. Alright, now part C, right, oh sorry, I should have said you should have P was equal to 2, alright, Q was also equal to 2, and R should be equal to minus 5 or negative 5. Alright, if you don't get those answers, go back and check your workings. Now it says the line y equals 4x plus c, where c is a constant, is a tangent to the curve with the equation. So you have got to differentiate. So you've got to find f dashed of x, because that gives you the gradient function. We end up with 4x plus 8, and you need to make that equal to 4, because it already tells us that the gradient equals 4 in here in the equation that we're given, y equals 4x plus c. So there you go. Then that will give you an x value. When you've got the x value, you can find the y value by by substituting into here. All right, enjoy.